Hey, just look around you. What you can see? Yes, maybe you are seeing your books, your toys, different utensils, trees, or your table, chair, your mobile phone, your computer, TV. Whatever you are seeing around you are called matter. Yes, today we are going to discuss about matter. We will discuss the definition of matter, different states of matter, and each and every details on the subject matter. But before that, if you have not subscribed this channel, must subscribe now. Fine. Thank you for your subscription. Now let us discuss what is called matter. As I told you that whatever you can see means whatever is surrounding you are matter. So what we can see here, as I told you before, trees, bucket, table, chair, cars, bikes, whatever, each and everything are called matter. Okay. Now, matter are of three types. Some matters are solid, like car, bike, your chair, your table, your mobile phone, computer set. All these are solid matters. Whereas water, kerosene, milk are all liquid matters. And you know what? Just unknowingly, when you are seeing this video and when you are hearing me, unknowingly you are continuously breathing. Means you are continuously taking oxygen and rejecting carbon dioxide. Yes, oxygen is going, carbon dioxide is coming. And you know what? This oxygen and carbon dioxide are also called matters. So, what are the different states of matter? Matters are of three states. What are those states? Solid, liquid, gases. Solid matters, we know the examples. Liquid matter, also we discussed the example. And what are the gaseous matter? Like oxygen, carbon dioxide are gaseous matter. Fine. Now, if I ask you, what are the properties of matter? Okay, you have to answer matters has two basic properties. So we'll discuss now those properties which a matter must have. If these properties are missing, then that is not a matter. What are those properties? The first property, it has a mass or weight. Yes, a matter has a mass or weight. Number two property is it occupies space, means it will cover a particular space. So what is the first property? It has a mass or weight. Second property, it occupies space. So whatever we discussed, like solid matter, like your chair, table, all have got a weight and occupies a space in your room or in your surrounding. And like water, milk, yeah, these are liquid matters and they have also got space and mass. Okay, they also cover space and they also have a mass or weight. Like your oxygen, carbon dioxide, yeah, means air. Air has also has mass or weight and it also occupies space. Don't believe? You want to see how air has mass? Let's do an experiment. For that, we will take a scale and will hang two balloons of same size at both the ends and will balance it on a sharp object. Okay, see, both the balloons are inflated and of same size, and just for that reason the scale is balanced. Now use a pin to take out the air from one of the balloon. Yeah, now you see the balloon with air is coming down. Why? Because this balloon is heavier than the balloon which has no air. So we can say that the balloon with air is heavier. Why? Because the air inside the balloon has got some mass or weight. Okay, so first property is satisfied here, that air has a mass or weight. What is the second property? That matter occupies space. Let us see how air occupies space. An ordinary balloon, and now we'll insert air in that balloon. So see, this is deflated balloon and this is inflated balloon. See, inflated balloon, the size is bigger than the size of deflated balloon. Why? Because air has occupied a space inside the balloon. So we can conclude that air occupies space. So air has both the properties, that mass or weight it has, and it occupies space. That means air is a matter. Now let's discuss more about these solid matters. So what are the examples of solid matters? Like your book, pen, your mobile phone, your computer, your chair, table, or are solid matters. These solid matters are made up of very tiny particles. We call them molecules of solid. Okay, this is the pattern of those molecules. Now see, the space between these molecules are very small. No, this space is called intermolecular space. Okay, and this solid particles, the solid molecules are tightly packed. Why? Because they have a force of attraction between them. Yes, each and every molecules are attracting other molecules. This force of attraction is called intermolecular force. Fine. So I hope you understood what is called intermolecular space. That is the space between the molecules. And intermolecular force, what is that? The force of attraction between the molecules. Okay, so for solids, this intermolecular space is less, whereas intermolecular force is high. Now this is the shape of the molecules, the way we can see in liquids. See here, the intermolecular space is higher than solid. They have got enough space between the molecules, and intermolecular force is less than solid. Okay, and this is the arrangement of molecules in a gas. You can see they have got a lot of space between the molecules. Okay, so intermolecular force between the molecules is least in gases. So, what we learned that matters are of three types: solid, liquids and gases. Now let's discuss what are the differences between solids, liquids and gases. The first difference is solids have definite shape. Like your chair, table, it has got a definite shape. Like liquids, no definite shape, because the milk, if you are pouring the milk in a bottle or if you are pouring the milk in a glass, you will see that the milk taken the shape of that container, yes, or that vessel, so it has no definite shape. Same way for gases, it has no definite shape. But volumes of solid and liquid, they have got definite volume, whereas gases, they do not have definite volume. Okay, now the intermolecular space between the solids is least, whereas the intermolecular space between the molecules of liquid is more than solids, whereas the intermolecular space between the molecules of gases is much higher than solids or liquids. Next difference. The next difference is about the intermolecular force. The intermolecular force between the molecules of solid is maximum. Out of this solid, liquid and gases, the solid molecules intermolecular force is maximum, and in liquids it's less than solid, and gases the intermolecular force is least. The next difference: solids do not flow. Yes, obviously, if you keep your chair on the floor, you will see that the chair will remain at rest. The chair will not flow. Whereas milk, kerosene or any other liquid matters can flow easily. And same for gases. Gases also flows very easily from one corner to another corner of your room. The next difference is on heating. I mean, if you give heat to solid, the solid converts into liquid, and if you give heat to liquid, liquid converts into gases. Okay, even we can also say that if you cool gases, then gas will convert into liquid, and if you cool the liquid will transfer to solid. Hope you got a nice idea on matter. What are called matter, what are the different states of matter, and what are the differences between the molecules of different types of matter. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you all.